Hi, and welcome to this video where I will show you how easy it is to actually create your own bots using UBot Studio. I will make a fairly simple example, but it shows you how easy it is, even though there are some parts of it that might seem difficult. What we will do is create a scraper of buyer keywords. Buyer keywords are very important when you create a site, because you want people, when they come to your site, to actually buy your things, your products. So we will go first of all to a site called UberSuggest. And this is how it looks. Now, first of all, we have to tell the bot where to go. So we will add a navigate command. And since we already have it in the browser here, it automatically just pulls it. So we click OK for that one. And then usually what I do is I clear the cookies, and you can find that in the settings command here. That's good because every time you run the script, it clears the cookies, so it's kind of fresh. And now, with this one, with this bot, we would like to have a user interface. Why? Because we're going to put in a keyword in this query field here. So we need to add a user interface command called text box. So we'll pull that up here. And we'll just put in a label for keyword is appropriate, and a variable so that we can use it called KW, and click OK. And as you can see, a user interface came up here, where it says the label, the keyword, and it has this field here where I can put in a keyword, for example, for anything. Now, what we want to do is take this keyword we are put in here and add it to its query field, and then change this one here actually to shopping, and then click this button here called suggest. So it's very easy. The only thing you do is actually drag and drop, as you will see. You take this one here and you drag it where you want it, and you see it has already the element there, and the text to type. Yeah, that's very easy because we have a variable here, so we just put it in there, and then we want to change this one here to shopping, so to drag this here, change the drop down, and we want this to be shopping, right? So okay. And then we want the button. We want to click the button here. Now, as you can see, this one here is not a very smart element. The element to click is style. That is the width of 370 pixels. So we have to change this. So we go in here and we'll look at what a different things we can actually use here. And the only thing really is either type or value. In this case, I will use type. So choose type. This is submit, and this is submit here, and it's an exact match. So add it. Okay. And we're going to click OK. So I will run it now and see if this actually works properly. And here it is, 257 suggestions for the word organic. Here we have all this. And these are the keywords that are suggested to us, and these are the keywords that we want to scrape, right? So let's go further. Now, first of all, since this is a quite many keywords, it's basically an array of keywords, a list of keywords. We want to add these keywords to a list. So we will go to the data command, add list to list, not item to list, because it's not one item. We have several items, so we'll use this one. And just drag it down here. And we'll call this scraped keywords. So the list is called scraped keywords. And the list to add here is these scraped keywords. But first, before we can add them, we have to scrape them. So we will go to scrape attribute, which is in here. Scrape attribute, and we'll drag that down here, inside in, and we have to click this one here because this one means that I can go here and I can select an element and it will take it. So I just take it. This one here is a good example of what we want. So I just click it, and it here. Okay, now I know that this ID you cannot work with it. It says E0 because this changes. It has E0, E1, E2, E3, and it goes up to 9. So we have to change that. So you click this here, and you can see that it would be better to use class. So we will take class instead. It's an exact match because it never changes. You add it, click OK. And then the attribute we want to scrape is this keyword here, and that's the inner text. It's called inner text. So we click inner text. Okay, and we click OK. So now we have scraped. We are scraping with this node here. We are scraping the keywords and putting them on a list called scraped keywords. And this list now that we have, we want to put it on a file on our computer so we can look it up later on and use it for something else. So we then want to save this to a file. So we go to System Commands, Save to File, add it, and we want to save as qw.txt. Okay, and the content to save, well, that's this one here, right? So just put in percent scraped element, and we click OK. Now, since we want to be sure that this page has loaded before we start scraping, it's a very good idea to put in a flow command called wait for browser event. So we'll go in here, wait for browser event before we start scraping, right? And we want this one here to have everything loaded, so that we don't start scraping before the page is loaded. Then we will just scrape nothing, right? So what we do now is that we go here and we run it, see if this works. And you can see here the word organic was put into the query field. It selected shopping, it pressed suggest, and it came out 257 suggestions, which are here, and which are also here, as you can see. Organic shampoo, organic coconut oil. See them all here. That's it, really. There's nothing more to it, really. Thank you for watching.